break. Well, we are learning about the back-to-back terror attacks happening in Kashmir are linked with Lashkar-backed TRF. In fact, top intelligence sources have told CNN News 18 that these two terror attacks are on the expected lines. In the last 3 months, intelligence inputs on terror attacks on Kashmiri Pandits, BJP-associated leaders or tourists outside Kashmir and security forces are all linked to this Lashkar-backed TRF. Now, terror attacks are mainly due to two reasons. One is, of course, the normalcy during elections and upcoming Amarnath Yatra as well. We'll bring you more details as and when we receive. We have CNN News 18's Tejinder Singh Sodhi joining us on the phone line. Tejinder, a very good morning to you. First, give us a quick backgrounder about this TRF, also all the notorious activities that they have done in the valley in the past.
Sakshi, TRF is a frontal of banned Lashkar-e-Toiba terror outfit. Lashkar-e-Toiba, as we all know, is based out in Pakistan, and it has been responsible for carrying various terror strikes across various areas in not only in Jammu and Kashmir but other parts of India as well. If you remember recently when the sword of FATF Financial Task Force was hanging on Pakistan, there was a deliberate attempt to show that these terror outfits which are operating in Jammu and Kashmir, they were indigenous. So Pakistan, in order to save itself from the blacklist of FATF, they created these new names for the already existing terror outfits. So TRF, Lashkar-e-Toiba became TRF, and PAF and Jaish-e-Mohammed became PAFF. So since then, these terror outfits, they have been carrying out terror attacks with using these names. As far as yesterday's twin terror attacks are concerned, Lashkar-backed TRF has taken responsibility for both the terror attacks. So, as per the intelligence inputs which have been gathered by our group editor investigation, Manoj Gupta, it clearly suggests that attacks are on expected lines, and inputs were already shared by the Jammu and Kashmir police. They had already the inputs about these terror attacks. So these terror attacks were on expected lines. In last 3 months, intelligence inputs on terror attacks on Kashmiri Pandits, BJP-associated leaders, tourists, outside people who are working in Kashmir and in security and on security forces. So these inputs were already with the intelligence agencies. These two terror attacks which happened yesterday, they were on tourists. A couple of from Jaipur, Rajasthan, they were targeted, they were injured. This happened in Anantnag district of South Kashmir. Both the injured were shifted to the hospital where they are under treatment. A BJP associated leader who was a former Sarpanch from BJP was also attacked. He was attacked in Shupia. However, he's come to his injuries while being treated in the hospital. Sakshi, right now as we speak, a massive manhunt has been launched by security forces both in Anantnag and Shopia to trace down these terrorists who are responsible for these two terror attacks. Yes.
Right. Tejinder, please stay with us. We have Ishan Wani joining us live on the broadcast as well. Ishan, a very good morning to you. Talking about the ground sentiment now, since we are learning this from our group editor Manoj Gupta, that this is basically a bid to disrupt the normalcy in the valley during elections and, of course, the upcoming Yatra, which is slated to commence from 29th of June. How exactly the peace is going to be maintained in the valley looking at the upcoming Lok Sabha election? What exactly is the government going to do?
When this attack unfolded yesterday, the TRF, which is a shadow group of Lashkar-e-Toiba, came out with a responsibility and also pointed out at the fact that Amarnath Yatra is around the corner, and this is a clear message for the pilgrims who come to Jammu and Kashmir for Amarnath Yatra. But yes, there's an elaborate security detail that is put in place when the Yatra is held. And since the Jammu and Kashmir is going on, Lok Sabha elections are taking place in Jammu and Kashmir. So the entire security apparatus is right now engaging in trying to provide security for that particular important poll. Anantnag Rajouri is going to polls on 25th of this month, and South Kashmir has witnessed attacks. Remember, yesterday we saw Paiba Mufti coming out and questioning the timings of these attacks. because Anantnag Rajouri's dates have been changed earlier because of the weather conditions. And now, since there are attacks taking place, whether there'll be a call on further delay or not, that's for the Election Commission to see and the security agencies to give assessment. But yes, we have a questioning the timing of the incident as well. But so far, these attacks are something where security forces try to unearth the entire modus operandi and try to see the people who are behind these attacks. The fact that these attacks have taken place in parts, one attack has taken place in that part of Kashmir, which has been relatively calmer. If we talk about Pahalgam, it's a tourist spot, and this couple was there enjoying their time when they were fired upon. They were taken to the hospital. Both of them are being treated. After this BJP Sarpanch, who was all praises for Prime Minister Modi while his visit to Kashmir Valley, and recently had also given an interview to a local portal, and also talked about how JNK has seen Vikas. He claimed that he was a former stone pelter who got transformed, seeing the Vikas, and is now working for the development of the nation. He was targeted, he was shot at, and then he was killed. The BJP has said that he was a brave soldier of the party, and his family will be helped by the BJP. But yes, the fact that three people were shot at yesterday, twin attacks taking place, is something which will definitely make security agencies get into a hurdle and try to formulate a strategy or a plan, because Lok Sabha elections are also taking place while the security is there. But yes, there has to be something where a mechanism has to be drawn to stop these attacks. Though these attacks are somewhat impossible or very hard to tackle with, because sometimes there is a use of hybrid militants or an OGW who comes out, opens fire, and then disappears. He goes about his normal life. That's the concept of hybrid militancy that was brought in after the abrogation of Article 370 in 2019. So how does the police deal with this, and what kind of investigation is going on? One has to wait and see. But yes, the three people, two attacks taking place yesterday, which will keep security forces on toes when it comes to South Kashmir and other parts of India as well.
Right, Ishan and Tejinder, thank you so much for breaking that out to our viewers. The exclusive news break of CNN News 18. We'll keep coming back to you for more developments.